How many pro Xbox YouTubers does it take to screw in a light bulb? I don't know, but they would probably sit around and talk about it in podcasts for hours upon hours and come up with some kind of excuse. I don't know. But anyway, just a funny joke at any rate. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys for checking it out. I appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. Let me know what you guys like to see, what you want to see. More reviews and stuff like that are going to definitely come now that I've been able to successfully hook up my new capture card system, and I had to arrange things to where my computer was next to it. So yeah, anyway, so that stuff is definitely coming down the road. But anyway, as far as what we're getting, I've absolutely seen the ludicrous amounts of misinformation and FUD spread around by pro Xbox sites and pro Xbox YouTubers. PS4 is going to blow up. PS4 is going to do this. PS4 can't do that. It's not 10.3 T-flops. It's only 9 point. Despite the fact that the man who created the thing is the one that would actually know. Everybody's like a Monday morning developer, a Monday morning engineer, console engineer. So it's nice to see that Mark Cerny, the actual console engineer of the PS5, has stepped up and talked about the PlayStation 5. So many people were worried about developers and what are they going to do with with the situation with the variable speeds and things like that. Are they going to have to plan for that? No. Mark Cerny says devs don't have to optimize in any way for PS5's variable clocks. It's all automatic. So we saw the PS5 technical dive, and a lot of people had a lot of questions. Okay, Sony features variable clocks based on AMD's own Smart Shift technology. So game developers have actually been used to optimizing their games for fixed clocks, which is exactly what's happened in the past. So people were saying, hey, maybe this will be a problem. But then there was a follow-up interview with Digital Foundry, which was published on Eurogamer, and Mark Cerny clarified the PS5 won't have any problems as it'll be handled automatically by the system. He says, and I quote, "Developers don't need to optimize in any way. If necessary, the frequency will adjust to do whatever actions the CPU and GPU are performing. I think you're asking what happens if there is a piece of code intentionally written so that every transistor or the maximum number of transistors possible in the CPU and GPU flip on every cycle. That's a pretty abstract question. Games aren't anywhere near that amount of power consumption. In fact, if such a piece of code were to run on existing consoles, the power consumption would be well out of the intended operating range, and if it's even possible that the console would go into thermal shutdown. PS5 would handle such an unrealistic piece of code more gracefully." Then, the PS5 architect obviously confirmed that the console's dev kit support for fixed clock as well, and that could be helpful in game development. And he said all PlayStation 5 titles will be exploiting the Smart Shift technology upon release in order to maximize power. He says, regarding lock profiles, we support those on our dev kit. It can be helpful not to have variable clocks when optimizing. Released PS5 games always get boosted frequency so that they can take advantage of the additional power, basically meaning most things can do the 10.3 teraflops and use that to the full extent. How do they manage it, by the way? According to this, the people were wondering how they could maintain the peak 2.23 gigahertz GPU frequency. Cerny did mention finding a hotspot of frequency as one of the breakthroughs of the console's design. He said, and I quote, "One of our breakthroughs was finding a set of frequencies where the hotspot, meaning the thermal density of the CPU and GPU, is the same. And that's what we've done. They've equivalently easy to cool or difficult to cool, whatever you want to call it." So I will link this article and you guys can check it out. Basically made a ton of pro Xbox YouTubers look silly. Again, if you're going to take somebody's word for it, I'm not saying even take mine, but go check the article out and see the man himself. He's the one that's selling you the PS5. He's the one that created it. He's the one that's been a developer his life. These are the people you should be really paying attention to, not the ones that are out there trying to tell you, oh, everything's bad, it's going to burn up, it's going to do this, it's only RDNA 1, it's only that. How many times do these people got to be wrong and not apologize for it? For you to realize they don't know what they're talking about. Take it from me, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, rack 'em up. Have a great day. Crapgamer out.